Hey, what's happening, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Just doing a show today, quickly before I get dressed and get out the house. I've been back in the states a little over, I think a week. Has a week and a half passed? Is it Thursday? Friday? Yeah, about maybe a little over a week and not quite half. A week and maybe 3 days. And I just kind of want to share my take of how I feel after not being in the States for about 2 years. Because the last stamp that I have in my passport is for November of 2019. And even then, I was actually passing through, heading to Brazil. I've been out of the States for a minute. What's up, traveling things? What's going on? What's up, Will? So I've been out of the States for, a little over a little over 2 years. Like I said, because when I was here, I was just kind of passing through, heading to Brazil, and and just trying to see how much have things changed, how much have things stayed the same, especially with the COVID situation. And pretty much for me, I think it's all the same. I ain't gonna lie. I just think it's the same bullshit. And certainly lets me know why I left and why I have not returned to the States in over 2 years, except going through an airport. To be quite honest with you, that's just real. What's up, Vic? Yeah, man, I'm doing actually quite well. What's up, HLN? Yeah, I'm doing well, man. I'm just like that. I'm down here trying to get my medical situation straight. I'm not sick or anything, but I'm doing full physicals, taking every known test to mankind, just to make sure that that I'm good as far as what I'm doing and remaining healthy. And definitely because I got on blood pressure medication when I was in the DR, so let my doctor check it out here, and I'll tell you about that story in a minute. So what's going on? What's up, Stallion? What's going on, brother? What's up, Jay? What's up, Daniel? Yeah, man. But I mean, shit is it's just nothing's really changed in the U.S., man. Nothing, not the vibe, not the energy. If anything, it's gotten worse. First thing you hear is what a 12-year-old is now committing these mass shootings. A 12-year-old girl. I mean, you can't make this shit up. What's up, Terrence? What's good? Glad you're healthy. Thank you, brother. Yes, I've got some of the blood work back so far, man, and so far everything is really good. But it's interesting because the first thing when I showed my doctor the medication that I received and what I was taking in DR, he said one of them, because I'm on two. I'm on one for cholesterol and one for blood pressure. And he said that the cholesterol, he kind of understands what that medication is because, everything is in Spanish. But he said the blood pressure, he said, throw that shit away. He says, I can't find it. I don't know what it is. And actually, so I threw it away. But I did one day where I didn't take no blood pressure medication at all. Right. Check my blood pressure. And it wasn't that bad. It's like 140 over 87, something like that. High, but not like, in the stratosphere. And then immediately after I took the blood pressure medication my doctor gave, my blood pressure dropped to 120 over 77. So even with the blood pressure medication that I was taking in DR, it wasn't as effective as what my doctor prescribed to me here in the US. I mean, even with me taking in the DR, it would stay in the like 130s, 137, 138 range. But here it went back to the 120 in one day. So I have to make sure, and I'm gonna make sure I arrange everything with my doctor as far as getting my medications, have everything shipped. I'm gonna try to take as much medication back with me to the DR as possible. But I want to make sure that everything is sent here to the house, and then I can get it actually shipped to me in DR, or let my brother bring it because I'm Clarence, because that's why I'm staying in his house. Clarence, he comes over there every 3 months anyway, so I could get Clarence to bring all the medication, just make sure I got enough in the meantime and between time. So I want to put that out. If you are taking medications, um, you want to make sure that you still get your medications from the US unless you can get the exact medication in DR that you can get in the States. And I ain't talking about Viagra for you clowns. But seriously, I'm gonna tell you that's important. That's important. Like I said, with the blood pressure medication that I took here from my doctor, immediately one day the effects was twice as good as what I was receiving in DR. So all right, so let me see what everybody's saying because I'm gonna answer questions. All right, so updates. What's up? Updates on DR Legal. Okay, so here's what's happening with DR Legal. DR Legal was, you ever have like a success, an overnight success? And it was just too much. It was just honestly too much. Because especially after I put the billboard signs up there, man, we started getting a lot of business. But I was literally working day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night. And either I'm talking to attorneys, I'm talking to clients, I'm talking to attorneys, I'm talking to clients. This is like Monday through Sunday. And and then sometimes dealing with certain attorneys, it's just a lot. And I decided to, because at first I just said, let me just keep the clients I have now and stop. But even with dealing with that, man, it just still was a lot. So I decided to suspend DR Legal indefinitely, or until I restructure it to where I'm not doing 90% of the damn work, because literally it was work, work, work. And when you're the nucleus, because everybody, even if I say, all right, well, I'm hiring a bunch of people, let them take care of this. When something goes wrong with this on the attorney end or whether it's on the client end, people coming to me because they know me personally. And it's like, hey, and it's just, and I do the same thing. If I go into Rumba's and I have an experience with one of the waitresses, and I know there's a manager there, I'm not gonna call the manager. I'm gonna pick up the phone and I'm gonna call Ray. And I'm say, hey, this is what the situation is. So I understand that. I understand that thinking because I do the same thing. But honestly, it was just too much. I mean, I think it's a good business, great potential. Definitely, you can you can scale the business, but man, I didn't come down here to work like I'm working in the US. So I had to suspend that for now until I could restructure in a way where I'm not doing all the work. Because it was just too much work. It was just too much work. And it gets to a point where it's not worth the money. So I didn't lose a dime creating the business. The attorneys didn't lose. People that we helped out didn't lose. But I was losing my mind, my blood pressure going up, and I just said that was it. I couldn't do it no more. I just want to hope all is well, be safe, and take care. Yeah, man, that's all I'm doing is taking care, taking good care. Want to continue receiving your medication from the. Yeah, I'm definitely going to continue to receive my medications from the States. Particularly, I actually got a new doctor. I have a primary doctor with the VA and primary doctor outside of the VA. My primary doctor within the VA is the one that recommended the medication that I'm taking now. And like I said, in a day, because I actually saw him via like a Zoom or whatever, because they were so busy. And he ordered a blood test. So I, went down to Fort McPherson, the whole 9 yards. And I'm telling you, man, instantly in a day. So I'm telling you, people who are planning to move down there, if you're taking any type of medication, drugs, whatever, you might want to stock up or make sure that you create a way with your doctor, your primary care, that you can have your drugs that you get from the US sent over to the DR, because I'm telling you, man, that it was just a major difference. It really was. All right, so let me go down the line, still trying to answer a couple of folks' questions. All right, once you're on blood pressure medication, you have to stay on it for life. No, you don't. You do not. You can, if you can, I mean, my high blood pressure came from the weight. Honestly, it came from the weight. And probably some of that DR legal. Because it was just stressful, a lot of work, a lot of work, a lot of work. But you do not have to stay on it. Like I said, I think mine's mainly kink. I've gained, honestly, once I stopped walking and started driving in DR, I literally put on 30 pounds in I've been living over there now almost 4 years. I gained 30 pounds in 4 years. So, because I wasn't doing no walking, I drive everywhere. I drive everywhere. And as opposed to what I was coming, I would walk everywhere because I enjoy just kind of getting out seeing. So I know mine is definitely, I need to take off the weight and everything else start to kind of fall in place. But no, it's not something you have to do for life. It's just lifestyle changes that you would have to make in order to bring it down naturally where you don't have that medication. What's up, Linda? Says first time on your channel. Great advice coming to DR this summer. God bless you, my brother. No problem, and thank you. Like I said, I still give doctors in the Dominican Republic, I still give them a B plus. Like I said on another vlog, I still give them a B plus. But I think there's with communication issues, because some doctors do not speak English or do not speak English well, and there's a whole different culture thing. So it's a difference. It's a difference. I still feel like I was being well taken care of in Dominican Republic, but I definitely felt more comfortable once I got back here in the U.S. and got with my doctor, and now with my doctor with the VA. We set it up where he will definitely do my primary care over the Zoom, because I told him I'm living in the DR. He said no problem. We could still send out the medication. And I told my brother just bring it when he comes. So I'm getting enough medication in America. When I go back, I'll be good for a couple of months. And my brother come, I'll have another shipment and I'll stay ahead of the game like that. Stallion, what's up? What's going on, brother? Any predictions on the curfew? And let me tell you about the curfew. So this is interesting. And as far as I know, and I'm still in all the group chats and everything, especially with the expat chat, which they talk a whole lot. There's no change on the curfew. But America, y'all don't know, but y'all on curfew, right? I was in Tennessee when I first came to the States, and then I came here in Atlanta at my brother's house. Y'all on curfew because shit closes early in the States now. They close at 7 or 8 o'clock, right? 7, 8. I think it's the weekend. They may stay open in 9 certain stores, maybe, not even sure of that. Restaurants. But in DR, everything closes at 10 during the week, but everything is open. Everything closes at 10, but everything is open. In the US, things is like where DR, where things are open at 10, things open only here in the US to 7. Certain restaurants are, like neighborhood restaurants, like you get Fish Place or whatever. They open at 8, 9, the latest. But that's the same thing like on the weekend in DR where everything closes at 9. Y'all on curfew, y'all just don't fucking know it. Not even the, Walmart used to be 24 hours. Now I think they close at midnight. America is on a curfew. You just don't know it because after everything closed, where you going to go? Seriously, after everything closed, where you going to go? So you're on a curfew. You just don't know you're on a curfew. And that's what it feels like, honestly. So it's like there's no change, and at least in DR, I have more places to go. I mean, believe it or not, there actually is, that I, particularly prefer going to. What's up, Carlos? What's good, Big Russ? Stay healthy, my brother. I need a running buddy. I plan on it, man. I plan on it. That's why I'm here now. And I actually may have to come back because I'm trying to there's one test that I particularly want to get before I leave. And it doesn't seem that I can get it in the time frame that I can get. because I want to leave on the 22nd or 23rd of May. My goddaughter's birthday, I mean, not birthday, but her graduation is the 21st, and I plan on being out of here right after her graduation. But trying to get like a colonoscopy test, and that'll be it. You know, everything else has been tested, you know, but they're saying I can't get that to like the mid-June or somewhere. I'm not staying in the United States to no mid-June. There's just no fucking way I'm doing that. So I'm gonna leave, and then I'll probably come back in September and then get that testing done, because there's just no way I can stay here that long. I'm about losing my mind now, and I'm at my brother's house where I'm like very comfortable. I mean, his house like my house. I'm just very comfortable, but I just can't stay here, man. I can't stay here. I was out the other day. I was at the mall, and you know, I pulled up, getting ready to go into the T-Mobile store, trying to get this phone situation straight. And this cop is just like looking at me, right? So I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. And I'm like, what the fuck is he staring at? You know, I pulled up. I got out the car, you know, and he's just staring at me, right? So I start staring back. And then I said, you know, let me not stare back for this fool come over here and this situation get out of hand. And I don't have my guns anymore because I sold them before I moved to DR, which another thing. Don't sell your guns if you got some before you move to DR, because you do have to come back. And they're a lot more expensive now than when I purchased them. So, but it's that whole cop policing thing, man. I just can't get with in the States. I just really. And like I said, for the dude to be staring at me like you know, he already like, you know, optically, you know, you look like you want to accuse me of something, man. I mean, like just staring at me like I just slept with his fat, ugly wife or something. You know, I don't know. So I'm like, I ain't with that shit. So I'm definitely ready to get up out of here. Linda, you wouldn't like it. Nah, Linda, you love the DR. You would love it, trust me. Can you express scripts delivered to you? All right, so somebody said, can you get express scripts delivered to you in the DR? Express scripts is mail-in orders. Yes, you can. Because what I do is when you come to the DR, you can set up a carrier account. You can set it up with Pick and Pay, BM Cargo, CPS. That's who I use. And what they will do is give you a mailing address. Usually it's a warehouse in Florida that most of them ship to, and then you have a certain number attached to your account, and they'll ship it over to DR, just like you get your Amazon, your FedEx mails, whatever. It's the same situation. So there's no issue with even getting your regular mail within the Dominican Republic. You just have to set up that account within DR, and you'll be able to get it. I know DHL, some other place, they bring it right to your door. But if you with CPS, they basically send you a text or email or both. And if you know the people like I know them now, they just call me and say, hey, you got a package here. When can you grab it? And I'll tell them when I pick it up. So there's no problem with getting anything from the States sent to you here, especially prescriptions and everything like that. You just have to send it. Like when my Amazon account is set up for the address in Florida, the warehouse account, and then from there I get it to me in Puerto Plata using CPS services. All right, so it says our Walmart never stayed open till midnight. It closes at 11 p.m. Well, I'm gonna tell you, here in Atlanta, it's very common for Walmart to stay open 24 hours a day. The only time they do not stay open 24 hours a day is, I think, Christmas. They close at midnight. They close midnight Christmas Eve until 12 o'clock that afternoon. But they don't stay but they're closing now at 12 o'clock, which is kind of strange. So like I said, America, you are on curfew. You just don't know you're on curfew. You know, TR, you know you're on curfew because the government put it out. But still, I got the freedom to do what I want to do during the day. And then even if I want to do something after curfew, there are a couple of underground parties I can go to, hang out, whatever. Or if it's the weekend, I can have something at my house, because you always have, they allow for, I guess, certain taxis and transportations to move around after curfew. So if I still want to get out at 1 o'clock in the morning, go to a party, and I do know where those parties at in the DR, I got a certain person I call my boy, pick me up 1 o'clock. Curfew's at midnight, but I can still go to that party. That'd probably be popping at 4 o'clock in the morning. But like I said, you are on curfew. You just don't know it. All right. So let me move on to, since I don't see any questions, let's try KVA. They can get you in quick. I can't get, I'm not with TRICARE. I'm not with TRICARE. I'm with, I actually have Blue Cross, and I got the VA, but I can't get into VA that quickly. And even with my Blue Cross, I can't get in that quickly, because everybody's talking about June. I'm not going to stay here in no damn June. It's just not going to happen. I just can't do it. All right, so somebody's want to know, what did I miss about the United States? Okay, so this is what I miss about the United States. I did a little list for this. So good internet, because y'all know in my house in Port Plata, man, the internet, if you are streaming like I'm doing, like having live chats, the internet is lousy. Now, if you're working, like doing regular work, you're pretty good. But if you're streaming, trying to talk to people, getting clarity, internet coming on and off, it's jacked up. It's jacked up. So I do miss good internet. And me and my brother, we've been hanging out. It was his birthday Friday. That's why I see these balloons behind me, man. My niece, she actually woke us both up yesterday morning, and she had a breakfast catered for him. Fish and shrimp and grits, eggs, sausage, bacon. I mean, she really did it up for her dad. And had the house full of balloons and stuff, man. So that was really cool. But I definitely miss internet. And like I said, I've been hanging out a little bit. So understanding the conversations, I kind of miss that, because my Spanish still is not that fluent as it should be. Now, I have other brothers who've moved in there after me, and all the brothers that did that pick up Spanish like this are usually younger, in their 30s. Because even cats like my age, man, and older, man, some of them just said, fuck it, I gave up on learning Spanish. I haven't given up yet, but being able to just understand the conversations that are going on around you and everything, yeah, I kind of miss that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Certain foods, well, and not so much I would say certain foods having that, but if I move to Santo Domingo, so let's say, there's a fast food chain or whatever that I like to eat at. And Santo Domingo or Santiago, you have the large malls, and you have a choice of KFC or McDonald's or whatever fast food chain, Popeyes, that you may like. It's there for you for your choice. But I live on the North Coast in Port Plata. The only thing they got is a Burger King. I heard they are building a McDonald's. So like little things like that, but it's not something I think about, because I still eat healthy. Hell, I gained 30 pounds. So, I can't be missing it that much. What else do I miss? I'm gonna tell you, and I'm telling you what I miss about the DR, right? About America, right? So, right now, I can tell you one thing I am missing. I'm missing them gorgeous women of DR. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm having convulsions, man. I miss just walking outside, and it's just gorgeous women here, gorgeous women there, in the front, in the back, driving down the street, the beach. I miss the hell out. Damn, I'm supposed to be talking about what I miss in America, huh? But I'm telling you, man, I am missing shit in America right now. I'm missing DR like crazy. That's what I'm missing. Anyway, um, I can tell you what I don't miss. Um, and that now that I'm back, like I said, man, here in DR, I mean here in America, I just don't miss the the craziness, man. You know, it just seems like in America there's always something crazy going on. You know, and DR when there's something crazy going on, it's a lot of comical to it. You know, like DR has its own matrix too, but it has a comical kind of matrix where and the US has a more serious kind of matrix. So you know, it's just different, man. It's just honestly, I feel totally out of pocket, to be quite honest with you. I really do. I don't even feel comfortable. And I was, you know, and I'm an American, born and raised here, military, school, the whole 9 yards, but I just don't feel comfortable here. I really don't. What's up, Daryl? Hey, Russ, I'm seriously considered DR in retirement. Can you speak to the mosquito issues there as well as drinking water? Man, the mosquitoes will tear your ass up. There's serious mosquitoes, serious mosquitoes. But you know, like some people walk around with repellent, spray their legs because you got to be in shorts, man. Long pants will you be sweating your ass off. So you know, just get some good repellent. Put some socks on, brother. You'd be all right. But you definitely need that repellent, man, because the mosquitoes are serious. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, the drinking water. You use bottled water in DR. Bottled water is not expensive in DR. Bottled water is like maybe some places 9 pesos. If you had a restaurant, it probably cost you 50 pesos, which is $1. Here, I buy water here, it's like $3 and shit. So there, you know, so water issue, you really ain't gonna have that big a problem because everybody's going and bottled water is plentiful, no matter where you are at a restaurant or whatever. They keep plenty of it in the stores, so you're pretty good with that. But the mosquitoes, it's going to take an adjustment. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's going to take an adjustment. So Carl, missing my baby right now. We talk every day. So who you talking to, brother? What lady you talking to? I'm trying to follow your conversation on this. Because I know you're talking to some lady up there. So who you talking to? Could it be S Swan? What's up, Miss D? How you doing? How you doing, Miss C? What's up? What's up, my brother? My brother Greg is in the house. What's up, little bro? Mr. Flip Flop. Man, I'm missing the y'all know Greg more known for the chicken, but I like the bang bang shrimp. When I go to Flip Flops, I gotta do the bang bang shrimp. And I gotta do the margarita. So that's me. That's me. I do the bang bang and the margarita. All right. So somebody says, what's up, Sierra? Make sure you check the CDC's website. Many female mosquitoes carry certain kinds of diseases, yellow fever, Dungy, blah, blah, blah. As long as you vaccinate, you should be okay. I'm gonna tell you, I'm around a lot of Americans, a lot of expats, and even a lot of Dominicans, of course, because I'm in the Dominican Republic. And I have yet to hear personally, or know anyone personally that have caught some sort of mosquito disease from getting bit. It's more, I know it's very common in Africa, certain parts of Africa, certain countries in Africa, because Africa is a continent. But I have yet to see that happening in DR. I'm not saying it can't or it doesn't. I'm just saying I have not seen it, and I'm around a lot of people, a lot of the time. Hit that like button, it's free. That's right. Hit that like button. What's going on? Mike, what's up, bro? Thank you for the super chat. Been following your channel for a long time. Keep up the amazing work. I've only ever been to Colombia, but Panama and DR are on my list. I still love Panama. I tell people, man, listen, I love DR, but I ain't married. I'm not married to DR. So, because as soon as the borders open for for Asia, I'm out, man. I gotta go to Indonesia, Bali. That's on my list. I'm definitely going back to Thailand for at least a couple of months. I found out you can get a 60-day visa now in Thailand. I gotta do my research on that. And I definitely want to hit the Philippines. So I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm gonna be traveling. I'm out. Once them borders open, I'm out. I'm out. I am out. And that's for real. But Panama, yeah, Panama still on my top list. Uh, like I said, the only thing that really got me in DR was Panama City specifically, where I wanted to live, just got so fucking expensive, man. I mean, it was off the chain. Okay, so Robert says you can get those pills from the pharmacy for Dunning Grisetta. Take 2 weeks before because meds will give you the shits. Yeah, but you know, I've been bit by mosquitoes 10,000 times, and I have yet to get sick. Only thing I hate them damn bumps that come with it, man. Because sometimes you know, just small little bump that you'll get after they leave, suck the blood out body, and you start scratching and shit. What's up, Gary Mack? I had to cancel my Colombia trip when it comes to food, women, and beaches. Should I stay in Puerto Plata and visit Sosua, or stay in Sosua and visit Puerto Plata? I say if you're gonna be there 2 weeks, switch it up. Stay in Sosua, visit Puerto Plata, and then another week, stay in Puerto Plata, visit Sosua. So I would switch it up. Now, if you just got like 6 days or something like that, it depends on if you like more wild partying type, then Sosua. Puerto Plata, they party in Puerto Plata. Don't get me wrong, they party, but it's milder. You know, it's milder. You know, Sosua, you can get as turned up as you want. You can do it in Puerto Plata too. I've had some of my private parties, but but Sosua is just like it's out there. But you know, some people got different tastes, man. So I would have to have a conversation with you to kind of really know where your head is at as far as how turned up or how quiet you want it. You know, it depends. If you're more leaning towards the quieter side, I ain't talking about like graveyard quiet, but just quieter. Then Puerto Plata. If you like things a little bit more turned up, then Sosua. All right, so Sierra God, Bali is nice. I was there on deployment back in 2001. Yeah, Bali also has a very large Black expat community, which I was surprised to hear. They have a large expat community by whole, but like I said, in that that macro space, that micro, you have a large Black expat community as well. So I was actually surprised and very happy about hearing about that, to be quite honest. What's up, Mike? Thanks for the super chat. Most of those Asian countries you named are requiring a 15-day minimum hotel quarantine. I might do one for Thailand, go learn Muay Thai, 6 months STV visa. Yeah, I heard about the STV visa. Yeah, but that's why I'm not going to Thailand or Philippines or Bali now, because I don't want to stay in a government hotel for 15 days. I'm just not going to do it. I'd rather wait until the quarantine has been totally lifted, and then go over there. And from day one, I can go ahead and handle what I need to handle, take care of my business, stay where I want to stay, not some government recommended hotel for quarantine period. I'm not doing all that, man. I mean, for some people, they may be cool with it, but for me, I just can't get with it. I just can't get with it. Russell Simmons in Bali, they have no extra. Yeah, man, I heard, because he got a little bit of hot water with that whole Me Too movement bullshit. You know, I just got to call it what it is, bullshit. That's not to say that that I condone any violence towards a woman. I do not. I tell you that I do not. That is not me. I don't hang out with people like that. But I just think it got out of hand, and surely put a target on a lot of men, black men in particular. What's up? Curfew changing on Monday to 2 a.m. weekends, 1 a.m. on the week, 2 a.m. weekdays, 1 a.m. on the weekends. All right, so you heard it from Mr. Flip Flop himself. The curfew is changing to 2 a.m. So the party is back on. And I'm going to tell you, they party hard during the week. In Puerto Plata specifically, they party hard on the weekdays, then they actually party hard on the weekends. So I'm going to read that again. Curfew changing as of Monday, 2 a.m. on the weekdays, 1 a.m. on the weekends. There you go. There you go. There you go. You heard it. Boots on the ground, Mr. Flip Flop himself. And y'all go check out his channel. Mr. Flip Flop being so June 30th. I need that cool beer you've been talking about for everything you have done for us. Yeah, Greg has a special on his bid. Buy two and pay for both of them. So make sure that you get that special on the bid. Buy two and you can just pay for both of them. You know, that's it. That's it. All right. So, man, anyway, I always love seeing that sign, man. That's a funny sign. So if Greg want to talk about the curfew, I'm going to put the invite into the chat. All right, so Greg, if you want to come on in, brother, there it is. Come on in to the chat. If you want to tell people what else is happening in DR, because I can't tell you what's happening in DR right now. DR changes like that. But Greg can. He is boots on the ground. He's a business owner. He does a lot of parties. In fact, he took over the yacht party because y'all know I haven't done a yacht party in years. But Greg, still doing yacht parties, promoting that for those who's having special events, divorce parties, whatever you need it for. So, yeah. All right. So it says, hey, Russ, I need to book your service for July 28th through 8/5/21. All right. So which service is that? If it's DR legal, I just spoke about that. I suspended that, man, because it just got to be too much work. It grew too fast for me, be quite honest. And I'm gonna say this and I'll end it there. But it's just a lot of work, man. It was a lot. It was 7 days a week talking to clients and attorneys and attorneys. And it just, I mean, the money was there. The money's good. But man, I just did not want to work that hard, bro. So if that's what you're talking about, if you're talking about something else, let me know what you're talking about and we can make it happen. All right, Sue, what's up? All right, Carl. Wait, bro, as soon as I'm set up. All right, brother. All right, come on down, man. Listen, y'all got a lot of room left. It's the month of June, a good month to visit. I'm gonna tell you, man, DR is good to visit from months January to December. So any time frame within January, December is a great time to visit DR. Now they have certain months where they have huge crowds, like Super Bowl weekend is big. Halloween, huge. So if you're not doing Halloween or if you're not doing Super Bowl, the rest of the time is still good. But those 2 weekends, man, it's just off the chain. Hey, Uncle Russ, I see you handling your business. Keep your hood in the matrix now. I got to. And I'm gonna tell you, for those who've been investing, for those who listen to some stock tips that I've given out, by no means, let me say this, I'm not a financial advisor. But if you've been listening to me as far as what's happening in crypto space or some of the stocks I've given out, you made some money. You made some money. So let me put that out there too. As a matter of fact, man, I got a phone call yesterday from a cat I used to work with. I was actually his realtor when he brought her home here in Georgia. Young couple. And I told him, man, if he buy this home was originally priced at, this was like during 2010 when this market just kind of crashed. I said, if you buy this home now, man, this home was going to like in two and change back then. However, it dropped to 125 in a community where they had a clubhouse, the whole 9 yards. And he was like, man, you know, me and my wife, we had the bottom pole because they started working for TSA, bottom of the pole. And I said, listen, bite the bullet now. That house that he brought for 125 back in the day is probably where it is now. I talked to him, he said it's worth 350 or better. He said it might be better. It's worth 350 or better. So within from 2000, I think he brought the house 2010, 11 or something like that. $225,000 gain. So congratulations to that brother. And thank you for that phone call, man. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. He's thinking about coming out to DR now. But if you've been listening to me in the crypto space, if you've been listening to me in the stock space, as far as when I recommended BRKB, that Berkshire stock or that Tesla, you made some money. Because remember, I talked about that at the beginning of the year, talked about cryptocurrency. So if you've been following that, you've made some money. So let me just say this too. If Joe Biden, because I've been following that since I've been here, if Joe Biden passes that infrastructure bill, I think the market is going to be on fire. I really do. Why? Because there's going to be a shitload of money floating in the United States. So we talking about $1.9 trillion. Now, all that money won't hit the infrastructure, but at least I would say $1 trillion will. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of billions. Okay. $1 trillion hitting the market with jobs that they cannot outsource, building roads, bridges, and all that stuff. You can't outsource that to China. There's going to be a shitload of money, which means the market is going to be on fire. So if that bill gets passed as the way it is structured now, I'm telling you, if you're not in the market, you are going to be missing out. My only problem is I do it conservatively. I got a partner who throw balls to the wall, and within the last this is May. In the last 5 months, this dude did 100 grand. I did pretty well. So far, within the last 5 months, I've made what I did last year in gains, capital gains, not capital gains, and compound interest. So if you're in that market, I'm telling you, man, if you're not, you're missing out on money. You got to learn what the two most famous words in American lexicon is: compound interest, knowing how that works. What's up, Mike? Thank you for the super chat, brother. Best hangout spots in Panama. Best hangout spots in Panama, you're going to have Javier's. And then you're going to have, what's the other spot? You got Javier's, which is over there by Hooters. And then you have, oh shit, I forgot the other name of that spot. But hit me on IG and I'll get you the other name of that spot. But I'm going to tell you, man, why definitely look at Passport Heavy. The brother did a vlog on Panama. It's a few years old, but it's still, I think it still holds a lot of weight as far as what's going on in Panama. But I will definitely watch Passport Heavy. Let's put in Passport Heavy, Panama, and it'll come up. But Panama right now is on lockdown, man. You don't want to go to Panama right now. Habanos, that's the other spot. Javier's and Habanos. Habanos is sort of right there in Villa España. Javier's is in Villa España too, but Habanos is more like off that main road, closer to the strip clubs and stuff like that. But like I said, right now, Panama is on seriously lockdown. You don't want to be in Panama right now, bro. Trust me. If you plan on going to Panama, I would definitely wait a few months or do some due diligence. because they on the really lockdown. Like DR is coming back to life. But Panama, nah. Mm-mm. All right, so let's see. It says crypto consultants are hacking Facebook accounts. That's not good for Facebook. All right, so somebody got to buy options because you can handle buying the stocks. I don't know a lot about options trading, so I can't not say. Like I said, I'm in the crypto space, and I'm not even as far as I should be, because what I got in my crypto portfolio is where my damn phone at. Hold on a second. And I gotta give my boy Kevin Cito a shout out, because Kevin Cito told me to get in Ethereum early. He told me to get in Ethereum real early, and I slept on Ethereum. I got in, but I didn't get in as hard as I should have. I basically bought Ethereum at $529, and right now Ethereum is $3,900. So for every one share that I could have brought at $529, that's now worth $3,923. You do the math. Bitcoin is at 58. So I got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, the ADA, XRP, Litecoin, and Dodge account. Now there's some other cryptos that I should be into that I have not gotten into yet, because I'm still learning myself. But within my portfolio, I mean, just within this short span, well, I'm not gonna put what I make, IRS be watching shit. I've done quite well. I should have went in, and I gotta give my boy Kevin Cito his props. He turned me on to Ethereum a long time ago. He turned me on to Ethereum. It was going for like anywhere between 350 and 4. It's at 3,900 now. So imagine buying something at $400 that's now worth $3,900. And I know a cat who brought like 40 of them. So props to my boy. So yeah, man, but that crypto space is cool. And like I said, depending on what you into as far as the market, man, I mean, this is a good year. And like I said, once that infrastructure bill passes, America's going to be loaded with money, because you cannot ship those jobs out. And Americans are consumers. They spend better than anybody else in the world. Literally, Americans spend better than anybody else in the world. So, I always tell people, man, be smart, be smart. I tell young folks, don't look for a job that you got to sit at a desk. Make sure that you have a job that you can do from anywhere in the world, laptop lifestyle. And I tell them, don't, save enough money to have your emergency fund where you can have at least a year. If the world blows up, then you got a year where you don't have to worry about money. But after that, invest. Don't let your money just sit in the bank saving your money like back in my grandmama days, where it's like, oh, you put money under the mattress and everywhere else. You got to invest. Like I said, you got to learn about compound interest, how it works. And that's the one thing I would say about being back in America. My hunger for like stock market, like today, I got up, I started watching like Yahoo Finance, and I started watching CNBC. I'm like, I tune into those channels when I'm back here in America, man, because all I think is about is money. American is a capitalist country, man, and it does make you think about money. It does make you hungry, or it should. And like I told people at January, go back, watch my vlogs I did in January. If you've been riding with me, you can thank me later. You got more money in your pocket right now. You got a few more thousands of dollars in your pocket right now. And thank you, Kevin Cito, for the Ethereum tip. I didn't listen to you all the way that I should have. That's one big regret. So I owe you a couple of drinks, brother. All right, so let me see what he said. All right, so Robin got Ethereum make 10,000 in 4 months. You can buy fractional pieces of crypto, unlike stock. So if you want to buy Bitcoin, you don't need 60 G's. you can buy you can buy $20 of Bitcoin or 500 of Bitcoin. Absolutely. I mean, and I use Uphold to actually buy my my cryptocurrency. So that's who I use. Buy my stocks. I use Stash, or I'll go to my Charles Schwab account. But you're right. You can buy Ethereum $5 in fractions, $5 fraction at a time. But I don't care how you buy it. Just make sure you get in the game. Just make sure you get in the game. And I do think Ethereum got still a lot of room for growth, but it's a lot more expensive now. You know, when I tell you, when I brought my first Ethereum, that shit was at 520, 529, 528. Now it's 3,900. So, but there's still room to get in. So even if I got it, even if I start adding to my portfolio now, there's still room to grow. Because like I said, when it hits 6,000 or 7,000, if I got in at 3,900, that's still cheap. So thank you. You're right about that. What's up? Global Paper says pension 401ks, models and bottles for life. Matter of fact, the young man I talked about that I helped him purchase a home, him and his wife back in the day, he told me that what he did, if you work for the government, you got a TSP. That's like your 401. That's the government 401. He said when the government eased restrictions on pulling money out of your TSP, where they ain't taxing you heavy, he pulled his money out of his TSP and put it into crypto. I said, how much did you do? He said he pulled all of it out of TSP and put all of it into crypto. So smart move. But like I said, when you're young like that, you can make those moves because you have time to recover. As you get older, you get a little bit more conservative with your money because you want that foundation, you want that base. I'm almost, I'll be 59 July 2nd. So at almost 60 years old, I ain't waiting for 8 years. If the stock market crash and bounce back, I got to wait another 8 years. So I like to keep a certain number under my feet, and then I invest and I play with the rest. But if you're younger, you should definitely be more what I call balls to the wall. All right, so somebody got don't use Robinhood. You don't own the crypto, just options. You only own crypto if you can transfer to a wallet. I don't like Robinhood at all, especially what they pulled when what's that GameStop was running, where you had a group of investors basically outsmarted the boys on Wall Street, and Robinhood just sort of put a stop to what they did. Which was I thought was kind of just screwed up. But I don't use Robinhood. I wouldn't recommend Robinhood. I can't give it Robinhood, man, because Robinhood is part of that whole. I think it's a part of Wall Street. Honestly, it's part of Wall Street, and they proved it when they had the small investors outsmart the big investors, and then you couldn't even buy or sell any of that GameStop stock once they were running that interference on the market, and Robinhood stepped in and chose with the big boys instead of letting the free market do what it's supposed to do. All right, says Hayes Taylor, what do you feel about the group of U.S. ladies hanging out in sewer at the Ivy? I don't feel anything. If they have fun, I'm happy for them. This is my question to anybody, and I've seen a lot of comments out there where people were like, man, what is the store coming to, and what are these ladies doing, and they ain't got no business coming here. Let me ask, who the hell are you to tell anybody where they can go and where they can't go? Seriously, that I have an issue with. Anybody telling somebody else where they can and where they can't go. And what makes you so I'm trying to be politically correct here, but what makes you so fearful about seeing an American woman, and let's be honest, black woman, because that's who they were talking about, that's who was at the Ivy, walking in the streets of Sasua? What does that got to do with you and how you doing your thing? Seriously, What does that got to do with you? What makes you so scared of seeing a black woman in the sewer? I don't. I mean, I honestly, I don't understand this shit. You know, does your dick shrink up? I don't know I don't know what the problem is for brothers who had problems seeing those sisters out there enjoying themselves. Now, they obviously wasn't the women that I would be with. You know, however, if they came out there, they spent their money, let them enjoy themselves. I got no problem with it. Zero problem with it. None. And I certainly am no one to tell anybody where they can travel to and where they can't travel to. You know, and a lot of people saying it don't own shit. Now, do you own a piece of Sasua? Did you buy a condo in Sasua? Do you have ownership of anything? You don't own shit, but you want to tell people where to go. Come on, man. That to me, that's small-mindedness. That's small-mindedness, man. And I don't know. I just think that's, like I said, if that totally destroy your confidence, and puts you in a position of inability, then you got issues. You got your own issues, man. I can't get with it. That's all I got to say on that. Okay.